My name is Megan from St. Louis Public Library, and this is Megan Makes Things. Today, we're going to watch while I show you how to make a take and make that is out of this world, and listen while I tell you about an amazing book you can check out from our collection and take home to read. Are you ready? Let's get started. To make this month's craft, the first thing you'll do is stop by any St. Louis Public Library location and grab a take and make kit. And I love this craft because everything you'll need will be inside of your kit. You'll find 2 constellation cards, 2 bundles of string, and a colorful, friendly needle that doesn't have a sharp point, but it will get the job done. If you've ever read an older book like Harriet the Spy or The Worst School Year Ever, you may have noticed the characters talking about sewing cards. A sewing card is a card with a pattern on it in the shape of a design or an animal, or in our case, a constellation. And you'll follow along the design with string to make your pattern. The first thing we're going to do is take our piece of string, and we want to make sure that we have a knot on the end. And you'll want it to be a nice big knot because the holes in our sewing card are pretty big and we don't want it to come through. And then we'll thread that string through the eye of the needle. This wide part is called the eye. And then you'll go to the other end of your string, and you'll want to tie a knot there as well. And once again, we'll want it to be a nice big wide knot like that. Next, we'll take our sewing card. I'm going to go to this first hole up at the top, and I'm going to poke my needle through it, starting from the back. And you may have to tug a bit to get the needle to come through. The next place we're going to go is through this second hole. So you'll see it starts to make the pattern. And then we're going to bring that needle back through the third hole underneath it. And now we're going to retrace our steps and go back to the second hole so that your string will leave a line along the dotted line. Just like that. And then you'll go back to your third hole, thread it through, and now we can pick our next one. I'm going to go to the bottom. And then go back to this one underneath it. And then see how there's not a line here? I'm going to go back up and thread it through. And you'll do this along each of those holes until your pattern is complete. Now that you've captured the stars, fasten your seatbelts because I have got the ride for you. Mark Brake's How to Be a Space Explorer will show you how to get off this planet and exploring the stars using telescopes, your local planetarium, or even by demonstrating what it's like to travel inside a rocket ship. This book uses charts and pictures to make even the most confusing concepts, like escape velocity, easy to understand. Did you know that escape velocity is how fast an object needs to be moving to escape the Earth's gravitational pull? I didn't know that until I read this book. For even more fun facts about the galaxy and the stars above, check out Mark Brake's How to Be a Space Explorer from our children's nonfiction collection. If you or your little one are participating in 1000 Books Before Kindergarten, don't forget to add How to Be a Space Explorer to your count toward 1000 books. If you need to sign up, head to slpl.org or any St. Louis Public Library location and we'll get you started. And remember, each time you read a book counts toward your goal, even if you read the same book 4 times. And in the meantime, happy reading and happy crafting!